Right. They're like, when can I vote?
That's
totally
good.
different.
That's very good.
Yeah.
I was curious all weekend if anyone who didn't already support the cause had their minds changed. Was there any NRA members, pro-gun people who were watching? And I watched because I knew we would talk about it. And there were a lot of comments coming out specifically from David Hogg that I don't...
Who's he?
He's one of the big kids, yeah. But one thing I will say is that you don't move the narrative when you use language like this. And he said, it just makes me think what sick blankers out there want to continue to sell more guns, murder more children, and honestly just get reelected. What type of blanking person does that? They could have blood from children splattered all over their faces and they don't take action because all they see is dollar signs. There's another kid, Kyle Kashuv, I believe his name is, who is the Second Amendment pro supporter that also was a Parkland student who's been meeting with so many politicians, including Vice President Pence twice, the President of the United States, and congressmen and senators across the country. And I just think, I wish we could have it where the rhetoric isn't any of us could have blood splattered on our faces and your life perspective wouldn't be changed. And I don't think it's productive. I don't think language like that.
What if he feels that way? I mean, I too was surprised at the language that I heard from politicians, the language that I heard from Rick Santorum, who basically said, you know, things that were inappropriate. Actually, the NRA spokeswoman said, if you're too immature to carry a firearm, you're too immature to make policy about firearms.
Well, here's the thing.
Who is she listening
Here's
to?
the thing. You know, these kids are not going to take it. They're sick of waiting for the adults to do it. They're letting you know. And whether they're cussing you out, or speaking beautifully, doesn't matter. They're not willing to take this anymore. And the same way that you want us to understand, you want them to understand why you have the right to have your guns. You want them to understand why you feel the way you feel. You can't denigrate the way they feel, because they feel like you've not been responsible out there for them, because they keep getting shot up in school. So there's something there that we all have to sort of take a beat on and hear what they're saying, because they're not kidding. This is not going anywhere.
I think they realize that civilized language, they realize that the civilized language has been on deaf ears.
It's not just about that. He was complaining about the First Amendment rights being infringed upon because there's talk of making kids wear clear backpacks to school. And he said that would be an infringement on privacy. He's complaining about First and Fourth Amendment rights being infringed upon, where it's unfathomable for those of us to have a conversation about our Second Amendment rights being infringed upon. So I just think that there's a lot of rhetoric coming out, and for me, I didn't see a lot of meeting in the middle. I found both sides going to their corners.
Bigger than all of that.
Yeah.